All right, good morning. It's another beautiful day in crypto land, and we are waiting, anticipating a potential reversal here on BTC. Or we just nuke to infinity, and this is it. The top is in. We're going down. We're going way down here. Bear market forever and ever and ever. I don't think so, though. I really don't. I honestly think that this, right now, Friday, October 17th, is an opportunity for us to look for a long. So right now, that is what I'm doing. We are sitting in a nice weekly bullish order block. I wish that I kept my short in for longer, but I was happy with my weekly profit, even though I could have tripled it, and I decided to get out. One thing that I've been listening to a few people. I watch Trader Main, full disclosure, ICT, and this other trader, Casper, who's also ICT based. And one of the things that I've learned from Casper is something he likes to call price weighting. So I entered in, sorry, something in my throat. I entered in the short here around this area, around 113. And I think I was able to, got out a couple times, re-entered, and then wasn't able to catch, all of this. So I missed a lot of opportunity from here to here. And I was trying price weighting with Casper's thing, but I think I set my stop loss. So when I got to here, I set a stop loss up here instead of maybe up here, and I should have just waited. So I'll explain what price weighting is. Basically, it's when you're in a winning position, a winning trade. Before you might set your trade to, so say you get in here and you set your stop loss then to break even when your stop loss was originally above here. As your trade continues to win, instead of just exiting at your profit, which is around here, because it could just continue to run, you go to the next feasible spot up for your stop loss. And then if it runs again, then you go to the next. And then if it runs again, then you go to the next. So already right here, this would be the area where my stop loss would be, and I'd be in a really significant profit. But the thing with price weighting that I'm learning right now in real time is that I enter my trades on the H1. So let me rephrase. I look for a market structure shift on the H1. I then enter my trades typically on the M5 or the M15. I look for higher time frame target areas beyond the H1. So as you can see, I have my daily bearish fair value gap up here. I have an H4 bearish order block here that I was looking for. I follow Monday's range because typically it bounces up, off of Monday's low or Monday's high. And then, I have weekly and monthly fair value gap, weekly bullish order block in here. So for the high time frame, I look my zones. Those are my key areas. So I'm hunting now. So when it gets in my zone, I'm hunting now. What am I hunting for? I'm hunting for a reversal. I'm hunting for a long. I'm ready to get back in. I'm ready to have a nice weekend here if we can go higher. We could just keep going lower. We could, and that's fine. I'm not going to get into a long until I have confirmation. So on the H1 right now, I'm waiting for confirmation. And so when I get my confirmation to get back to the price weighting thing that I was talking about as I'm rambling on here, H1, I get my confirmation here, boom, market structure shift, right? Comes back up into it. I enter after this market structure shift here. I enter here, and then it starts breaking down. So when this broke down here, my mistake was that there wasn't a spot for me to lower my stop loss really yet beyond this point in this zone. I should have just kept my stop loss up here instead of putting it here. Because in reality, a lower high was not established until this broke. So that was my mistake, and that's what I'm going to learn from, is that I didn't do price weighting properly, because if I did, I'd still be in the trade, to be honest, and I'd be up probably 3 to 4 times what I made this week, which is Still okay. I made money this week. I'm happy. I can't complain. But that's where I'm at. So the current order flow for the market is down, and I think we want to focus on that bearish order flow until we get a bullish retracement. So what am I looking for right now, now that I'm already 5 minutes into this video? I want to look for, right now, currently, a break in the hourly market structure above the last low, or the last lower high that formed the current lowest low. Notwithstanding this, right? And I want to see something like this take place. So I want to see something like this happen, coming up into here. And then with displacement up, sort of like back up around the 111,000 range, we've broken above. And then I want to see a retracement down back into my weekly bullish order block, into this zone right here, because this would be the last down candle before the up candle that broke market structure. And I want to see it retracing into at least 50% or 0.618 of this leg right here. So coming back in here, and then this is the point where I would then zoom in like a sniper on the M5 or the M15, zoom in and look for confirmation that even on this leg down that we have another micro market structure shift. So what that means, man, these ads are annoying. What that means, stop being so cheap and just pay for it, is that this is the area that I would be looking to re-enter. So if I zoomed in here, right, if I got into the M5, it's pretty big. Circle grows as it gets. It's not the best. But if I'm zooming in, right, this is the area now where I would look. And if I was looking for, in this area, I would be looking for another down. It's coming down. It's coming down. And then another break in market structure. And then I would enter right there. If that makes any sense at all. That's what I would do. So on the micro level here, on the M5, we've already got an H1, right? In this area, we've already received an H1 market structure shift. And then it's breaking down, and then we're entering that spot. That's what I'm looking for, if I can get it. But I want to first see a break in this. So that's how I would react to the market. Is that what the market's going to do? I don't know. I don't know. It could do a whole bunch of things. It could do this. It could nuke further down, right? It could come down here and then mess around here and then come up here and break market structure shift on the hourly. And then I'd enter down here and then come up. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. But in that case, the H1 market structure shift goes down here now. So my entire method, and it's the same for Trader Main or Casper or any of these guys, is you're not predicting where the market's going to go. You're reacting to what the market's showing you. If the market says it wants to go lower here, that's fine. It wants to go lower. If it says it wants to go higher, that's fine. It wants to go higher. But once the market's showed its hand and says, this is what I'm doing, that's when we step in, and that's when we make our trade, and that's when we win. Because if you do it before then, you gamble and you lose. And I tell you what, on this entire ride up, and this is what I'm learning, again, I'm early on in my trading career, and this is all for fun, not financial advice, but I've tried to short a lot of times up in this area. And if you look on the H1, there is really no confirmation given. And I was just, pardon my French, dicking around, and it was stupid. So never again. Waiting for confirmation. We'll see what it's going to do. And I really don't want the market to go below and have a significant close below 98. Because in my opinion, on the weekly and other opinions as well, on the weekly here, Just jacked up my settings. So funny. There you go. There it is. So on the weekly here, you have, this right here, I think, breaking down below this. Technically, we have a weekly break in market structure here, but we want to see this turn around and come up and keep going, pushing higher. If it breaks below here, it's substantially, I think I'm looking to sell my Bitcoin on a retracement. I really hope on a high time frame it doesn't do this, because if it does, I'm hoping for this and I get out in here, sell most of my Bitcoin, because that most likely means we're doing this move. Something like that, and we're just trading down this area, and it's, if you're getting down to 50K, you're probably, I mean, this could be the entire bear market right here, down to 50K before we then go higher to higher highs. But let's try to make some money and not do that. All right, guys, thanks for listening. If you did, doubt anybody is. Appreciate you.